Welcome back, everybody, to the Miami Dolphins franchise as we get into our bye week here in week number 11. Late bye week. We'll only have 6 games remaining on the schedule, and coming off the crazy week 10 game against the Jets, so a team we'll see next week. So once again, we'll see the same team in New York. But man, what a game that was. If you've not seen that one, go check that out. That was absolutely one of the craziest endings I've seen in a Madden game. So Albert Wilson wants to know what our plans are for the bye week. No doubt about it. Resting, relaxation with this late bye. There's no doubt. Just chill out, relax. Right now sitting at 6-4. Can't really complain about that. Better than I thought. Who knows what we would have been here at this bye week, but 6-4 right now. Division lead. We'll see the standings here in a second, but man, that was can't complain. Just chill out, rest. But first, we're going to get into the scouting. So obviously, this team, I would say, needs a whole lot. There's no doubt about it. Offensive line, we're going to need. I would say linebackers going to need pass rushers. Wide receivers, same thing. We just haven't found a number 2 receiver. Running back is going to be an interesting one. If we don't bring back Breida, what happens there? Do we, look at running back possibility? We're going to have 2 first-round picks. They possibly could be later first-round picks. But obviously, I would think one of them, no doubt about it, has got to be offensive line. The offensive line, not good. You saw last game there against the Jets. We'll see him again, obviously, like I just said. But we got a little bit more pressure than normal. I mean, I think at some point this offensive line is going to have to break, and that's what we're going to have to look at. Obviously, safety as well. Eric Rowe's having a very good season. So is McCain. But, do we try to find something else? As you see, Lloyd Freeman looks pretty good. Mid-third round projected, but he's got first-round talent. A- hit power, B+ pursuit, and B catching. 6'2", 196 out of USC. Definitely somebody I would think maybe you can try to steal him in the second round. As for corners, Don Cook's not too bad, but I think we're good there with Byron Jones, Xavier Howard, and Igbenogany. I think we're good there. I mean, you can never have enough corners. This is where we're seeing some good talent here. Outside linebacker and some of the pass rushers, something we desperately need. Even though Kyle Van Noy has been good, he's obviously injured at the moment, but still, same thing. You just can never have enough pass rushers to get on the field. In this day and age with throwing the football, you got to have guys that can get to the quarterback quick and not allow them to sit back in the pocket. So for sure, middle linebacker, I think we're good there, no doubt about it. Jerome Baker, Roquan McMillan, perfectly fine there. You can see looking at Zach Rowland, Sammy Murphy, Mike Brown. So there's guys here in the first round that can definitely get to the passer, and it's going to be obviously changed up a little bit once we get to the offseason and we really see what the numbers look like when they get to the combine, what kind of speed they're bringing at, what's their 3 cones. So we'll really see the agility and strength and see what those guys can bring to the table. Definitely taking a look at the right end. And the other thing is, do we want to change up the scheme a little bit? Do we go from a 3-4 and kind of change things up and go to a 4-3 where we bring in those traditional edge rushers and then 2 guys in the middle, and then we have more of an athletic linebackers, or do we stick with the 3-4 and keep to the outside linebackers that can rush the passer? So that's really a question too going into the offseason. What we're gonna do. I mean, you never know how things are gonna change in free agency. Same thing offensively. I mean, you got guys here. So there's guys, Addison Kelly, Jonathan Gibbs at center that look, pretty good. But really, I mean, other than that, Cody Porter, we'll have to go more into, the undrafted guys right now don't have the scouting points. But we'll keep going into it and see what we got. But we got to definitely get one of these guys, Lions right there, definitely guy. Tackles, we need it. But what does it change up offensively? Right now we're kind of, trying to still find our identity here. Even though taking 10 games in the season, trying to find yourself. Do you get a wide receiver in the draft or something like one of these guys up here, and you pair him with Parker, and you got yourself one heck of a passing game, and you're going to be more of a pass offense? Or do we try to improve the defense even more, bring in another running back, with a young quarterback still? He'll be only in his second year, and you go, hey, let's run the football, let's play some defense, and let's do it that way. So, and still have, obviously, like a guy like Parker and Gesicki you can go to. So that's really the question. And the question is, where will we be drafting? right now it looks pretty good. It'll be late. I mean, it looks, you know, like it'll be a later draft pick. Looks good because we have a good record. But you can take a look at the remaining schedule. We could lose all 6. I mean, the Jets, obviously, but the Bengals, Chiefs, I mean, this is going to be a tough schedule down the stretch here. As didn't think we were going to try to make a playoff run, but right now it looks like it. As you can see, the Steelers and Bengals at 7-2. Steelers, the hottest team probably in football, winning 6 in a row. Ravens at 5-4. Browns at 4-5. So Baltimore still in there, but man, that is one crazy division. Texans at 7-2. Jaguars at 5-4. Titans, what happened there? 3-6. They have a plus point differential as well. So interesting. But you can see we're 6-4. The Bills have lost 5 in a row. They have just fallen apart. Patriots right there. We'll see the Patriots and the Bills once again. So we'll see them one more time. Obviously, see the Jets coming up next week, but we'll see those teams one. Look at the Chiefs, 4-5. What is going on there? Broncos and Chargers. I mean, the Raiders at 3-6 are a game out of that division. Wow. Going to the NFC, Packers at 7-2. They are dominating the North right now with the Vikings and Bears down there. Panthers at 6-3-1, but the Saints right there at 5-3-1. And even the Bucks. I mean, what is going on with Tampa Bay? Tom Brady not working out, 4-6. Maybe a late run from them. We'll see. As a Dallas and New York at 6-3, the Giants at 6-3-1, but still Eagles. Man, 148 points. That is not what you want to see. Rams at 6-1, team we saw and kind of dominated us. We've seen every team in this division, and it's close. It is very close. So who knows? A lot of these divisions, it's going to probably go down in the last few weeks. As we get to Tua, we get to the roster, you can see he is now a star development. So we have found out what his development is. He's going to be a star development. So, I mean, you're always hoping for X Factor, but obviously star development, we will take it. So maybe down the road we can get him up to superstar. But throw power, did go up 1 in deep accuracy, and the accuracy is starting to go up. We'll see after the off season. You know, the interceptions is definitely a problem, but he's definitely putting up some touchdown numbers as well. As Devontae Parker, you can see he's got pluses all over the place, having another fantastic season, and you'll see where he stands in league leaders. He's right up there. Offense, we got number 3 in the league, but yeah, we got the dead last defense too. 15 points in the league for points scored, but points against 22. So you can see we're putting up some numbers, and we actually, we got a 6-4 record, but our defense not performing well. As Tua, 19 touchdowns and 22 interceptions. Something I'm definitely not used to. If you take a look at the Madden's back pass, I've just never been one to throw that many interceptions. Maybe it's just this year. It's more of if you take a little bit of a chance, forget it. It's going to be picked. But I have to say, the sack number is pretty good. I'm used to getting sacked so many times, but not this year. Matt Breida, even though he's been struggling maybe the last few weeks, and really, I don't know if you can see him be struggling. He just hasn't really got the opportunities based on what the game is going on. But he's still got 890 yards, going to probably have an 1,000-yard season. And I think he right now, we'll see here in a minute, I think he is leading the league in yards still. There's Devontae Parker, 59 catches, over 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Albert Wilson, not too bad in the slot. Gesicki's obviously missed the last, 3 games, so he'll be back. But you can see we just cannot. Preston Williams, Allen Hurns, neither of one really stepped up. Maybe give Williams more of a chance. Jakeem Grant, same thing. I can't put him at number 2. I just think he's more of a slot receiver. But yeah, maybe we'll put Preston Williams back in the starting lineup, see what he has, and maybe he can impress here down the stretch. McMillan and Baker leading in tackles, just about at 100. Let's see who else is up there. We got Rowe at 68. Eric Rowe's had a really good season. That's why, looking at the scouting and like, do we look at safety? He's really been well. McCain's the one that's kind of been quiet. But I don't know if that's good or bad because, we're not seeing his name. Maybe, just not getting opportunities to make plays. Devon Gotcha with 8.5 sacks. Van Noy, Raekwon Davis all of a sudden has 4.5 sacks. So that's good to see. We want to see the improvement of Raekwon Davis and those guys up front. We want to see that for sure. As, picks though, Xavier Howard has been good. McMillan and Igbenogany, 3 sacks as a rookie as a corner, and then he got 2 picks. He could make a Pro Bowl. Thinking about it, he could make a Pro Bowl here the first season. That would be amazing to see and help out his development. As we go to league leaders, and guy we'll see next week saw last week, so he is leading the league in yardage. That is for sure. As we go down the list, Tua is in the top 10 in yards, so at least he got something there other than the freaking 22 interceptions, but he's right up there with yards, and obviously didn't start with the first game, so hasn't even played every game this season. Touchdowns, Matt Ryan up there with 25. Justin Herbert, ever since we saw him, what do you have, like 20 touchdowns? He has definitely been slowed up since then. Going down the list, Joe Burrow, guy we will see here in the next few weeks, 19-4. So that's pretty good. I mean, probably up there for Rookie of the Year. Patrick Mahomes only has 19 touchdowns. I am super surprised with that. Yeah, let's go to sacks. Let's see where we sit sack-wise. Darnold, the most sacked quarterback at 37. So we're actually looking pretty good. Usually I'm always at the top of that list with the most sacks, but we're right there tied with Brady and Matt Ryan, so that's not as bad. Completion percentage with Tua, yeah, we got to get that up for sure, but that can definitely improve. It's only first year. As Breida does lead the lead right now over Christian McCaffrey with 890 yards. You got Barkley, Bell, Joe Mixon up there, Chris Carson. Any surprises here? Maybe Marlon Mack, maybe, but I'm not sure. I think he could, have a decent season. Touchdowns, it's J.K. Dobbins. I mean, that's not a surprise either. I think he's going to get plenty of time in Baltimore. I mean, they got a stacked backfield. You got Ingram, you got Gus Edwards, Justice Hill's there. He can work in the receiving game, and obviously add Dobbins to that. That is one stacked backfield with Lamar Jackson. So, yeah, the run game could be even better this year for Baltimore. But taking a look at the touchdowns, going through the list, not right there. As we're receiving, Devontae Parker leads the league in yards with Jamison Crowder right there. Julio Jones up top. Willie Snead at 728. So you can see always those slot receivers. Madden loves those slot receivers, and they continue to do it. As for catches, Chris Godwin with 62. Kendrick Bourne right there. So Devontae Parker's number 4. So leading the league in yards, number 4 in catches. Definitely putting up another Pro Bowl season, and hopefully we'll see. Maybe he'll get an opportunity, who knows, to maybe possibly get to an X Factor? I'm not sure. That would be outstanding if we could get to that. Touchdown, Taylor Gabriel with 11. Julio Jones there with 8. Curtis Samuel and a bunch of guys. Sanu, Ross, John Ross, really? Deebo Samuel with 7. Humphreys, Juju Smith-Schuster with 7. And then we go down the list here as Parker's got 6 there with a bunch of guys there at 6 touchdowns in receiving. Gesicki got 5, and he's been out for a number of weeks. As McMillan and Baker lead the league in tackling, so that is kind of cool to see. 2 of our guys right there in the league with tackles. Go down the list, Dante Hightower, Shaq Thompson there, 74. Kukowski with 74. Xavier Howard actually up there with 71 total tackles. So that's interesting to see. Leading the league in sacks, Joey Bosa with 9.5. Aaron Donald with 9. Khalil Mack with 9. Brandon Graham with 8.5. And actually, Devon Gotcho would be there, but I just don't think he has enough tackles to technically count for the stat. I think he had 8.5 sacks, and he'd be right up there, just doesn't have enough total tackles. This is for picks. Jalen Ramsey, Marlon Humphrey right there, number 5. They're 2 of the best corners in football. And then you got a bunch of guys here at 4 interceptions there. Go down the list, Melvin McDougal. He had 2 against us, so that definitely helped him get up the list there. And then top guy on our team, Xavier Howard there with 3. And now, another one everybody's been talking about is Henry Ruggs. After seeing that they haven't really played him much, people were like, go ahead, try to trade for him. And I want to take a look. I want to give it a few more games. I didn't think he was hurt. You can see he has now 8 catches for 58. I didn't see he was injured. You can see he's number 2 technically on the depth chart. I'm not sure how accurate this is. Obviously, I can't totally see it. But it says he's number 2 on the depth chart. And then I was checking to see what kind of downs he's played. He's only played right now 269 downs. And he's played every game. So he wasn't hurt. But some reason, after being the number 2 on the depth chart, he just has not played. So I don't understand what's going on with Oakland. I don't know if we maybe explore trade in the offseason and try to bring him in. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Maybe. That's what we do. We bring the Alabama guys back together, and we have Tua to Ruggs in the NFL. But that's going to do it for our bye week. We're going to get into week number 12 here after this. Take on this Jets team again. You know they're looking for revenge after that devastating loss there in week number 10. But that is going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. I really appreciate it. If you could please leave a like, that'd be awesome. And subscribe if you're new. I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.